Hello, sound. Let's see what happens tonight. Okay, look, we've got the struggle reversed. So, you're about to come out of the struggle. What struggle it is? Healing. So you're trying to heal from something, right? And you're about to come out of the struggle that you've been experiencing with the healing that you want to happen. So, what kind of healing that are we talking about? Uh, Give me one more card. It has to do with rebirth, right? Of your strength. In what way? What do you mean? So it had to do with defeating all kinds of sneaky little shit happening around you, right? So not just standing above it, but actually defeating it, right? Wearing so look at this, like there's a man, right? A person wearing a skin of a predator, right? And the snakes are nothing but the food for them. The snakes that's been up your sleeve, around your ankles, all up your shit. Nothing but the food for him. You're about to experience ecstasy, right? Regarding renewal, right? So you're renewing your forces, so your energetic forces. So your energy is about to replenish itself. And you are going to experience ecstasy regarding this. So how would we put it in other words? So let's say you've been drained, right? You're about to regain your energy back, right? And you will experience the ecstasy from these energies that have been renewed and regained. Why ecstasy? Because it has been so long since you felt the elevation or elevated energies within you, right? So they've been you've been vibrating on a low frequency against your will, right? Because we saw there's adders, right? There's like some snakes around you that bring you down. So you've been vibrating forcefully on a different lower vibration. So when your vibration lifts, you get ecstasy from it, right? First of all, because that's your natural state of being. Second of all, because it's been so long that it's ecstatic just to actually be able to feel it again. Again. Just don't forget when there was like one time that you felt it. Your strength is unbearable to others. Yeah, your strength is unbearable to others. You know why? Because you're in balance. You're in balance. The balance is your state of being. And that's where your strength comes from, right? So when someone is balanced, right? Negative and positive polarities, right? Dark and light, masculine and feminine, right? Plus and minus, you're all balanced. Basically, I can use many interpretations of what polarities are and balance means, but you're balanced. And because out of that balance comes the strength, right? With the strength of like a great bear, right? Bear represents the strength, right? But you've got the great bear here. Abundance. What about it? You're fishing for it. So, that's cute. So you're fishing for abundance. What does that mean? That means you're going for it. You are wishing for it. You want that, right? Finally. And there's a challenge regarding injustice. So the challenge that you experience regarding your wish for abundance, right, has to do with some kind of injustice. What is this injustice? Someone aiming at you, thinking you're a deer to hunt. What are you actually? Wait, we gotta pull more cards here. Wow. Oh, fuck. Okay, look, this is what you actually are, right? You're a dedicated guardian, right? Ancient guardian of a life itself, the breath of life, whatever creates life, not just life, whatever creates life. You're a dedicated guardian of breath of life, right? And you're free. You're a wanderer. What does that mean as a wanderer? So you create at your own pace. So what cards are telling me here, you're actually a creator of life. You create a reality. You are creating your own reality, and you can actually transform the reality into your own version of it. So you're a transformer, right? You're a catalyst. And you're someone who's a loner, right? You're like a lone wolf, right? Who speaks of life, right? So you often speak about life and how it is, right? You speak about cycles, right? You speak about cycles of the flow. And you help people how to raise. Why do you help people how to raise? Because that's your foundation. So that is what you are. You are the pillar, right, of transformation. You've been put on this plane to transform. That is your calling, right? So some people have been put here to awaken. Some people have been put here to transform. Some people have been put here to help and do other things. Some people have been put here to help materially others. You're here. You're put here to transform. Transformation that we're getting here is not on a material level or a spiritual level, it's on every level. So let's say, okay, look, let's say this is a video game, right? A life, right? And then we want to upgrade it. You have to reprogram the game and everyone and everything in it. That's you. You're the programmer. You're the catalyst, right? And that's what you are. So be careful with what you think, right? I would say be careful with what you wish, what you say, but not in this case. In this case, be careful with what you think. I know this sounds scary, but it is scary. So live with it, manage it, master it. Make sure your thoughts don't just wander, because we don't want that fucking happening, because that will manifest. So yeah, exactly. What I'm trying to say is that whatever you think manifests. That's the level of transformer that we're talking about. So you need to be very careful with what you do, what you think. A tradition. What about it? You need to give rest to tradition. So whatever you've been brought up with, a tradition, right? You need to give it a break, right? So let's say put it slightly aside for a little bit, because it's getting in the way, right? In the way of what? Your dreams. So your old beliefs, right? Put it this way. I'm trying to explain this to you so that you can understand it. Your old beliefs, right? The perception of reality that you've been raised with, be it a religion, be it a structure of the family, or the cultural thing, whatever the fuck it is. It is getting in the way of you actually manifesting your star. We got a star card, your dreams, your wishes, right? Why? Insecurities. It's causing insecurities within you, right? You see? It's causing insecurities within you. So that old structure, that the tradition that you've been like stuffed in your soft spot of your head when you were a baby, those things still remain within you, and they live with you as you go through life, and they prevent you from manifesting what you want, right? Your dreams coming true. Okay. Wait, I'm gonna need a few more cards here. Okay. So you're going to give birth to something new, right? So I'm going to go with what I sense, right? So you need to plant something, like literally. You need to go outside and plant something, or you need to plant something in a pot. Whatever it is, you need to plant a plant. Whatever the plant is. It's a tree, it's a plant, it's a small flower, it doesn't matter. You need to plant it, right? And then you need to care for it, right? What will that do, right? Care for it. And when it will sprout, you need to celebrate it. Where are we going with this? Okay, look. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay, so this will create the bridge, right? The dam, right? Or create the bridge. Like it will stop the flow of happiness, right? You're experiencing once in a while, merging with say mourning, right? Sadness. So sadness and happiness merging together, like you will create a dam between them, right? So basically, you will separate them as you see this plant or flower or tree grow. So what I'm getting here is that when you see, when you actually physically have plant something and help it grow, right? Physically help it grow and tend to it. That in itself, right? That hard work will help you learn somehow spiritually to separate things, right? And that would create the transition into what? A transition that will mirror your journey between, right, the flows. So let's say you're moving through one direction, right? So you're moving through one direction, right? You're moving to the left, right? And then you have to move to the right at some point, right? And the transition is different because the flow is moving left, and that's where you were going, right? And then you had to go against the flow and move to the right, right? But that was the direction, so it was difficult. So now, growing something physically, right? Giving birth to something physically, it equals in your mind, right? Not in everyone's mind. In your mind, it equals like giving birth to something and caring for it, right? So it gives you more strength than you already have, which you have a lot of it. But you think somehow you're having a hard time navigating the waters or switching between the waters, which is switching between the flows, right? That will help you understand that it's easy for you to switch between the flows. Boredom, skill, generosity, creativity, and reunion. Okay. So presently you're bored out of your mind, right? Because your skill, right? Your creative skill, right? Your creativity. The skill that you have is being wasted in generosity. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what it is. You're wasting it because you're being too generous. You're being too fucking generous, right? You need to tone it down. Now, what about the reunion? So you're going to reunite with your teacher, right? Who's going to clear you, right? Like give you the roadmap to and instructions to report to you how you can empower yourself. How is it that you can empower yourself? The force of love. So that means through love. In what way? Swan. Okay, this is crazy. You need to protect yourself by burning yourself, old self, up, right? Burn the witch that you were. Resurrect the new one. I don't know. to whomever it relates to.